If ever there was a situation where Paul should just, we would think he would just tell everybody what to do, it would be his addressing all those issues in Corinth. But it's pretty surprising when you read First Corinthians how much Paul expresses what is right, what he understands from Scripture and from Jesus' example. But he often comes short of saying, now you must do this. Sometimes he'll do that, but a lot of times he sort of leaves it in their hands to say, you figure it out from here. And that's not a cop out entirely. It is a way of being, well, it's a way of being respectful of the priesthood of all believers. So these people have relationship with God too. There is a concept in family systems theory called a triangle, where when two people or two parties are at odds with each other, they will bring in a third party. One of them will go talk to the other one, and it's a way of easing tension. It's not a very healthy thing, but it's normal human behavior in a lot of ways. But if you think about what happens at Mount Sinai, where the people of Israel should have a relationship with God, they're the people of God, but they tell Moses, how about you go talk to God and see what he says, and then you tell us, because we're scared. The mountain's pretty scary and
Yeah.
everything. And so Moses gets caught in this triangle between God and the people, and he's always going back and forth between them. In that way. Well, it's easy for pastors to get in that same thing of people saying, Pastor, you just tell us what to do and we'll do it, rather than Pastor, help us interact with God. And so I think it's the degree to which preaching can push people back to their relationship with God so that the decisions they make about a particular issue are made with God and not either in cahoots with or in opposition to what the preacher said. I mean, you take some specifics on that to think about, but that's just one place where it at least makes you think through, how will I address this, and how do I keep from getting into the middle of a relationship between these people and God when they really need to have their relationship with God themselves. An example would be, I've thought about this, is on the issue of money and giving. If you could preach tithing and just say it's 10%, but Paul says in Second Corinthians, let each person as he purposes in his heart, so let him give. And that sort of pushes back and says, you're going to need to deal with God about this. Purpose in your heart. And you determine with God what's the right amount for you to be giving to support your church or the kingdom. Or we could just say, this is how much you should do. And then they can check the box or say, I don't agree with that, and not do it. But
Right.
either way, we've exempted them from relating to God about their giving. And so there needs to be a way of pushing people back to dealing with the God they're related to.